Update: today I messed up by losing my faith over a poem. I have written a comment, but that might get buried. I read a few comments and I am completely overwhelmed by the love and support I receive from strangers on Reddit, what I was seeking for but didn't get from the ones I love the most. Thank you so much. I am at a loss of words right now. So I copied the comment in here. As I walked in the office, my boss directly sat me down, saying that this is a small company and everyone here has faith. I should better return to God, so I instantly quit. I read the poem again and noticed in the story of the author that she had been harassed for it, so I reached out to her, explaining myself. I spent a few hours with my daughter, enjoying each moment as we just have a few weeks left, and now that I have quit I can spend every second left with her, which is actually a positive thing. As I had left the hospital, the author had messaged back and I was confronted with what I had feared the entire time. The people harassing her were my wife, who even stalked her on another app, and her friends. I called the author and broke. I apologized for my wife's behavior and everything and ended up telling her the entire story, and for the first time in months I was not judged for struggling, for questioning God or losing my faith. She was very nice and listened to me cry for an hour and even promised to write a poem for / about my little girl, and I felt understood, like someone is not judging me for turning away from God, and it felt like a heavy stone fell from my heart. I will never be able to thank her enough for helping me when no one else did. I drove home while still thinking about the things my wife has mentioned to her on the internet, just for expressing her thoughts. As I walked in our house I wanted to talk to my wife in a calm moment and explain my feelings, but there were at least 20 people in our living room, my wife crying, my parents and hers, all angry at me for losing my faith over a satanic poem, and I eventually lost my temper as my wife explained they were praying for me and my soul to find back to God. I yelled at her, "We are going to lose our daughter soon and they have the audacity to sit there and pray for me, while my daughter misses her mother." My wife just stated that faith is everything and was backed up by our families and friends. I just left and am now back in the hospital, my daughter sleeping on my chest, and honestly, this is everything for me right now. I will try to answer as many comments as possible as long as she is sleeping, but have mercy with me if it takes a while, as I want to spend every wake moment with my daughter, telling me that I should go and pray and talk to our priest, that God is the only answer we need. But I have made my mind clear. He doesn't exist, and if then he isn't good. My innocent baby girl wouldn't unalive, she has never done anything wrong. This morning my wife yelled at me for questioning the Lord. She called everyone we know from church and they want to later meet, praying with me to get me back on the right way. My parents refuse to talk to me except I find back to the Almighty, and my in-laws are coming for a visit to have a talk with me. My boss is part of our friends group and very religious. He just texted me that he would love to have a serious conversation with me. I'm sure he is going to fire me if I don't return to church and God. I left as 3 church friends of my wife showed up. Now I'm in my car again, parked in front of my work. Not sure if I should laugh or cry about losing everything over a poem. I completely messed up everything.